Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we're going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout. Now, I just had a few supplies out. I do believe most of them are from one of the Hip Kit Club kits. I'm going to start with this yellow piece right here. It's a cardstock. It's out of a paper pad, a cardstock paper pad, probably picked up at Michael's or something at some point along the way. And then I'm going to be using this really pretty paper you can see right there underneath. It has those scallops, they're dotted. That is called Happy Music. It's from the Buenos Dias collection. And I don't know, it says it's made by or designed by Obed Marshall. I might be saying that wrong. It could be Obed. I'm not sure. But you can see I am using a sketch. It's up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. That is a sketch by Page Maps. And I saw that it had this line going across kind of the center point, and I thought I'd use die cuts for that line. Of course, that means my design is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be photos at the top and photos at the bottom, but that's okay. I had all these die cuts that I really wanted to get used up. These also, I believe, came in a Hip Kit Club kit, and they are from Pink Fresh Studio, and it's called Keeping It Real. There's kind of a lot of snarky things in there, like perfection is totally overrated. Real not perfect. Is this real life? And you'll see when I bring the photos in why that was perfect for this one. I am going to do this kind of like the sketch, pretty much, with, half and half. So we have the top half is the pattern paper and the bottom half is going to be that cardstock. You saw I went right in there and showed you my scissors. I am in Florida right now, or when I made this, I was in Florida and I didn't have any scissors with me. So you know those knife blocks you can pick up at Target, whatever, not really expensive. They always have those kitchen scissors in it. I went and robbed the knife block and pulled out the kitchen scissors to use on this layout. I also didn't have any foam tape, so that is why I cut off those white strips of paper. So I'm going to use those to make some of the pieces a little bit more dimensional. Now, I do layer up a little bit right here. I liked that banner flag, but I don't remember what it said. I didn't like it, so I went ahead and layered pieces up on top of it. Here's where I'm making my own dimensionals. I just took some of the white cardstock, folded it to where it's 4 layers, and used some liquid adhesive to hold it down. I used the art glitter glue adhesive so that I could have some dimension. At this time, I did not have any foam tape here with me. I now do, so we won't have to do that anymore. But if you don't have foam tape, or maybe you don't want to buy foam tape, you can easily make your own dimensions. It's not going to be foam, but it will be lifted up a little bit. I am going to pop a couple more pieces up. I'm going to pop that circle piece up that says right here, right now, real not perfect. And also that red piece that says perfection is totally overrated. So we're just going to sit those down like this. We're going to start working on the left-hand side of the page now. And you see I just have a couple layered up there. There, over on that side, I don't do any pops up. I don't pop anything up. Basically, this red piece is going to be the last piece in that line that is going to be popped up. There will be a little bit of dimension on that tag in a different way because, I'm going to put something through that circle. It's just not going to be, the dimension's not going to be because it's popped up. So this does take a little bit of time. Now, on this video, I think I do still have it at 4 times, but it is quite longer than usual. Okay, so on this one, I used the glue tape or tape runner to put this down. And the reason I did that is because when I used the liquid adhesive on that real not perfect, the yellow piece, I'm thinking if I need to adjust that, I use the art glitter glue, that's not coming up without ripping, right? So on the red piece, I went ahead and used the tape runner because it's a little bit more forgiving if you need to actually move the pieces around. It still can rip your page or whatnot, but it's a little bit more forgiving. So these are the photos I'm using. I have 4 photos out right here because that's all I was going to use because of the sketch. But I do end up pulling in another photo here in a little bit. I went home to Kansas, and my family and I, my siblings and my mom, we all went out to eat, and it's very rare that you have all 6 of us in one place at one time. Well, I guess with my mom, 7 of us, 6 kids. So we were taking family photos, and not even one of these photos is good. You cannot get all of us looking at the camera at the same time. It did not help that we had like 5 different people taking photos from different directions. So it's like we never knew where to actually look. So I end up titling this Not Even One. And from my title, I will run into the journaling. Not even one good photo out of all of these. And I've only printed 4. I only printed 4 of them. There is a lot more than 4 that was not good. Not even one good one. Not even one of them. You just can't make that stuff up. So here I had a little trap space. So I did take one of those little labels that was included in this die pack. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up that white space with it and commit to where my photos are placed. I like how the photos are kind of underneath the die cuts. You can see there is another trap space over there by that tag. I put a heart down on there. It says Little Joys because I assume we were all 6 my mom's little joys at some point in time, hopefully. But I do put that over there to fill up that white space, and I think that might get cut out of this video. I'm not 100% sure. Here I'm going to go ahead and put the other 2 photos down. These ones I bump up together. I don't, you can see in the top photos, I matted them on some white cardstock and I left a space in between them. These ones I'm also going to be matting on white cardstock, and I am bumping those up together. Now this trimmer, y'all, I cannot use this trimmer. So I was here and I didn't have a trimmer, but I wanted to scrapbook. So I went to the Walmart and I picked up this trimmer. This trimmer is completely awful. Well, I take that back. It's not completely awful. It's probably user error. I'm just used to having the Fiskars, and you can see exactly where you're cutting. On this one, there's a groove, but you don't have, I don't know, it's hard to explain. There's a groove there where you can see where you're cutting, but not really. Not really for me anyways. It also had the trimmer blade as well as a score blade, which I think is really cool, but I didn't know you're supposed to take the score one off, and I did after I messed up a couple times. Here's where I find that other photo. Now this is just a photo of the sign. Actually, it was cut off of, you can see there's another one over to the left-hand side. It was cut off some of those smaller photos because it was above our heads, and it's just is where we had dinner at. It's the sign to the restaurant we were at. So I am going to use this photo as well. I think that's pretty cool because then I don't even have to mention where we went to eat, right? Because it's in a photo. Yay. Anyways, so this has a score blade, and I didn't realize you're supposed to take the score blade off. Well, I guess you are, because when I didn't have the score blade, or when I had the score blade on there, it didn't cut my whole 12 by 12 piece of paper. So I ended up taking it off because I guess that's what you're supposed to do. This is called a Westcott Carbo Titanium, and I did pick it up at Walmart. Not my favorite, but it does the job. I've been using it doing layouts here. I probably used it on maybe 7 layouts so far. These right here are some alphas, also from the Hip Kit Club. You can see it right there. I did show you that. It's from the Hip Kit Club, and they're called Keeping Cozy. They're really pretty, kind of like a blue color. I don't know, it's kind of like a dusty blue. They're really pretty, but I just spell out Not Even Close. And I'm going to put that underneath, on the right hand side, underneath that die cut row. And yes, I did leave this in because I am a little cray. I do use a little extra adhesive underneath them when I put them down onto the page, but I'm not going to show that, I don't believe. Here's where I go ahead and tuck in that other photo. So this looks really nothing like the sketch. It did start with the sketch, but it did not end up looking anything like the sketch. So I liked this when it says all the feels, and it's really cute, but it's not going to end up working out for me right here. You are going to see, I'm going to end up taking it off and moving it around. It's like covering up people. And I'm like, okay, well, Susie won't care if her legs are covered up, you know? So I'm just moving it around. It looks like it needs to have a little bit more. So I cut this red label in half and was like tucking it in on either side. Still didn't like that. And then I found this other little piece that says nope, which I like, but that sounds terrible. All the fills, nope. I mean, come on now, that's rude. Here are some other little die cuts. I'm just filling up some of this space on this side of the photo. I figured I would have some die cut type bits going down the side, and then where all the fills is would be where my last die cut piece is. It's not going to completely work out, as you will see. I found these other little tabs. They're really cute. One of them says authentic and one of them says big mood. The big mood's at the top and the authentic's down there at the bottom. I'm not going to end up keeping them where they are, but I'm trying to make these work for me. And so far, as you can see, when I'm doing it, they're not really working too well for me. I really like that authentic. That authentic is, pretty true to my family. Just stay authentic. And then there's that right now. That right now is really cute, but I don't end up keeping that in there either. So you can see that where it says all the fills, that is what is giving me a problem right now. I decide to stop messing with it. I'm just going to start working up at the top. I found this other little die cut that says, whoa. Here I slowed this down. I don't know why. Oh, I was trying to make this work for me. There's this one that says, let's stay home. Well, that's not going to work, but maybe I can fix it. So I end up putting this, they're the same color, which is fine. I end up putting this tab underneath and it says, let's stay authentic. I'm going to trim off where it hangs down at the bottom and kind of make it look-ish like it is one die cut. Now, I don't know that I definitely love how it points up at the top. I do keep it that way, but that's not to say that I won't go in and somehow try and trim it down a little bit. I keep one piece of the red over to the left-hand side of it, but I am going to glue this together and make my own little die cut right here. I don't know why I slowed this down so much, but I did. So here I am. I'm still trying to fill up this space over there because I took out the red labels, right? So then I had more trapped white space. It's like with these die cuts, you have to do it just right or you're going to have trapped space. And I don't love that. So I end up moving that. I'm going to put this, let's stay authentic, up there underneath the photo. I will glue that down, trim it down a little bit. Add this little green arrow, which is really cute. And then the red is going to poke out the side, kind of underneath the layer, underneath the arrow and kind of label up. You see where I was trying something else and that didn't work either. So yeah, I'm going back to this, my not original plan, my second plan. All the fills was the original plan. Let's stay authentic, plan number 2, and the other that I cut was plan number 3. Plan number 2 is the one we end up going with. You can see I'm building it up right down here right now. I've been talking about it, and I'm just now doing it. And then I will stick that red out to the side. So this does have a lot of colors in it. All the colors are not evenly distributed, and that's fine. I am absolutely okay with that. It is very, very colorful. I do like that there was the Buenos Dias collection paper and then it mixed with Pink Fresh Dude. I thought that was really nice. Hip Kits did a really good job putting this kit together. I don't remember what month it was or anything like that. I do believe it was a kit I got from Hip Kits though, because I have not went out and bought anything from like Cherry on Top or anything like that lately. The only new products I have been getting are close to my heart, so other than my Hip Kits. So I do believe this is was made by designed by Hip Kits. They're what is it called? Put together by Hip Kits. Coordinated by Hip Kits. You know the word I'm looking for. I can't think of it right now. I am going to pull in that all the fills die cut again, but I'm going to cut it down. It's just going to say fills. I'm going to cut off the all the. Here I am just going to go ahead and make another bit of a pop-up. I think we're going to pop up this whoa, but I'm not going to like it. So I'm going to peel that right back off the edge or right back off of the bottom part of it. But it's pretty cool. You know, if you don't have foam tape, it's pretty cool to know that there's still options. So I do stick it right here and it's not going to stay like that. It ends up being way too big. Sorry, there was a bug on my screen. I wasn't about to touch it. I just had to blow it away. So right here it says big mood. Whoa. Here I'm going to be gluing this down a little bit more. I'm sorry, I kept a lot of this in. I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and do the title that says not even one. And I got to get rid of this bug. Hold on. It's a gnat and it is pestering me like nobody's business. I don't know how you get gnats out of your house, but, and yes, before you correct me, I do know it's a gnat, not a gnat, but same with the knee. Come on now. It's a gnat. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. Now, I don't stick this down totally straight because I don't know where my ruler is, my T-square ruler. I don't know where that's at. So it just says not even one, but they're going to kind of bounce a little bit. They're not straight, and they're not straight on purpose. So here's why I was like, okay, so it says big mood, and then it said all the fields. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the, so we don't need that. It's going to say big mood feels. And then I will tuck that whoa up in there too to make a little cluster up there like that. It says big mood feels, and then the whoa is going to go bam, right like that. So that cluster is going to be done. I don't think we're going to revisit it. I probably should have put some enamel dots or something around the page, but I didn't because I did not have any with me. Yeah, it works out fine. So this is not even one. And this is where I said my journaling is going to run into it. So I'll say not even one good photo, blah, 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 blah. And it probably, my journaling will extend all the way down to the bottom of, level with the bottom of that die cut that says, let's stay authentic. It'll probably extend all the way down that far. Now, sometimes if I want my journaling to be straight, I will draw with pencils and, get them straight. Okay, I didn't have any twine. So you remember when I trimmed off that piece of cardstock, I had a really thin piece. We're going to use that piece of paper to make our little tie in our tag. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I do kind of try and curly cue it a little bit. It's really cute. I really love how that came out. I actually really love how this entire layout came out. It's just so my family. I really like it. It's kind of crazy. I am right here is where I'm trying to make them kind of twist a little bit. And you can see I'm holding my finger down on that when I'm trying to twist it. So it's kind of making that a little flat. I will have to like push that up a little bit. See how it's flat right there at the tip of the tag. It's flat. So I do end up pulling that up a little bit. So cute. I don't think I've ever used a pattern paper. See here. See how that's flat? No, that's not working for me. So we just pop it up just a little bit. And we're going to curly cue this one. Now this one doesn't lay in a way I like. So I'm going to actually tuck that back underneath the tag. So yes, you can use pattern paper, cardstock, whatever, to make faux twine through your tags. I've done this before, not with paper. I've done it with washi tape. I folded washi tape in half and used that as a twine piece in my tags before when I didn't have any twine. Because I have a thing about my tag holes being empty. I can't do it. I've done it once or twice and it always gives me the skeeves. It's just, just not my thing, right? All right, guys, after I do that, I'm not going to do anything else to this layout. I am a maker for close to my heart. None of these products are close to my heart, but if you'd like to support my channel, you can click on my affiliate link down below and pick yourself up some foam tape so you don't have to wad up cardstock as your dimensional tape. All right, guys, check out the links down below, and I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. Bye, guys.